Good evening, everybody, and welcome back inside historic Keyworth Stadium. Happy Labor Day weekend, and that means only one thing. We're coming down the stretch of the USL Championship season. Alongside my broadcast partner, John Krieger, my name is Neil Rule. And John, as we take a look, as I just said, we're coming down the stretch. Things are getting tight. Detroit City FC, in the situation you want to be in, you hold your own fate.
Plain and simple, it's a playoff game for both teams. DCFC fighting to keep that 8th spot, stay in the playoffs. It is Memphis fighting for a home playoff game. That's equally as important.
And as we take a look, you see here Detroit City FC with that 67% chance to make the playoffs. All I know is, John, you take care of business, that becomes 100.
And you got some home games as well, so you have a chance to get the points that you need.
Now, these two teams met earlier this season. Of course, that was back on June 17th in Memphis, a 0-0 draw. And, John, this was a good result for Detroit City.
It was indeed. Always tough to go down and play in Memphis. It's been kind of a bugaboo site for Detroit City FC in its history in USL Championship. Coming out with a point there, very important.
And let's take a look at tonight's player to watch for Detroit City FC, brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink. And John, we asked Trevor James earlier this week, is this the Ben Morris you anticipated? His answer said it took a second, but yes.
And that's because finally he's getting service. He's not a forward that likes to come back and be in the play. He wants to be in that box and the ball comes to him. And finally the midfield play setting him up, and he knows how to finish.
And on the other side for Memphis 901, Rodrigo da Costa is the guy. He's got 9 goals on the season, John, but he hasn't scored since August 12th. And hopefully for Detroit City, he figures that out maybe sometime next week, not tonight.
And that's exactly what you're hoping for, but you can also use that to an advantage. When a forward has stayed off the score sheet, maybe they can start to press a little bit, and pressing leads to mistakes and the opportunity to go the other way.
There's a buzz in the building tonight, everybody. It is a big-time match, a huge 3 points on the line, and when we come back, we'll get you the 11s. And, of course, we will kick it. The Beale Street Boys and the Rouge kicking off, coming up next.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There we go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
I'll get back to work.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
DTE knows everyone has a preferred setting. Some like it cool, others warmer. Some like things slow, and others like it ASAP. Long, hot soak, or quick rinse. But whether it's a slow simmer or a fast boil, DTE makes sure that safe, reliable, cleaner natural gas is there for you, making every setting the perfect one. DTE.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn.
I'll sing for you, city. Drink some Strohs, alright. It's gonna be a party in Detroit. No one's sleeping tonight.
Now we're talking Detroit, and Strohs is spoken here.
Detroit City FC is presented by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC. Fago. Fago's proud to be the official pop of DCFC. Misdig 811. Know what's below and visit misdig811.org before any digging project. Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. And Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of Detroit City. Back here inside historic Keyworth Stadium, just moments away from the opening kick. Let's check out the Detroit City FC starting 11, presented by Detroit Medical Center, the official healthcare provider of DCFC. A little bit of a different look.
It is, and part of that is because of some injuries that DCFC is looking at, players coming back to full fitness, but you still see Ben Morris up top, and the presence of both Ballard and Williams on the wings will provide him the service DCFC needs.
And on the other side for Memphis 901 FC, presented by Fort Pontchartrain, the official hotel partner of DCFC. And this is a side, John, that's had a lot of success, certainly as of late.
They play with one player up top, but really good players on the wings that will deliver service. DCFC going to really have to press in midfield, not allow the free runs on the wings to serve the crosses into the box. Defensively, going to be a very hard day.
It usually is when these two sides mix it up. Goals certainly come at a premium, maybe even more than usual. But again, we are at Labor Day weekend, so you know this. You know the points are valuable, and we are ready to go. It is a perfect evening here in Hamtramck. The opening kick temperature right around 80 degrees. There's not a lot of humidity in the air, so we are a full go as Memphis 901 FC will have the possession first, coming off a 1-0 loss at Charleston. Now they'll host Tampa Bay on Wednesday. A couple of matches in short order for Memphis.
One of the things, though, they're going home. Finally, they've played a number of matches in a row on the road. They've got a run-in that is a dream run-in in terms of playing at home. So if they can survive Keyworth tonight, it's a really good possible run-in for them as they fight for that 4th spot and the home playoff game.
6th road match in their last 7 matches overall for Memphis. But none bigger than the one you're playing tonight. And we are underway here at Keyworth. Neil Rule, John Krieger with you. Thanks for spending part of your Labor Day weekend with us.
Boy, I like the early start from Detroit City FC. They're getting right into the attacking third. Trying to move things forward. I expected this to be a slow-moving first few minutes. DCFC with 3 men forward right off the jump.
John, how about this atmosphere in here tonight? You don't think that calendar's changed right now? We were talking about it in the open, the playoff table. This is why you do the grind. From March until now, this is why you do it.
We are ready for the push to the playoffs. This is what the USL Championship is all about.
Ball comes through the middle to Jeremy Kelly. He will play it back. Kelly, the 9th overall pick of the MLS draft by Montreal back in 2020. Played 8 matches with the MLS side. Nate Steinwasser off the line to make the grab. Steinwasser 4th in the league in saves. Tied for 5th in the USL in clean sheets.
So here's a matchup to watch early, Neil. DaCosta up front.
And there's a shot, and Steinwasser gets out. And with the left hand, turns it away. DaCosta made a bid.
He had a go, and it was not a bad effort. With a difficult control of the ball. He kind of takes a little half volley, and Steinwasser had to really work to get down and parry that away.
Early set piece opportunity now for Memphis with the corner. Ball sent into the mixing bowl. It's headed just wide of that left post. Unfortunately for Detroit City, Richard Ballard was standing guard in case it was on frame.
That was a really well-placed set piece. Sometimes visiting teams have trouble dropping it in there with that much precision and that much pace on the ball here at Keyworth. That was dropped in really well, and it just couldn't get on the other end of it. Pushed it wide.
So Steinwasser will put the boot to it. I believe that was Aiden McFadden that was in the mix. Amu Mensah steps up. Connor Rutz will touch it up towards the 18, and Rutz will be hit with the whistle. And there's about 7,000 newly minted referees that disagree with the call.
Thomas Snyder letting Connor say his piece and then giving him the booking for dissent. So Connor must have said some magic words.
So Connor Rutz goes in the books.
Oh, now
and John, in the 4th minute, that certainly can change some things.
It absolutely can. But you know what? And I don't know what he said. He clearly, as he was turning away, said something. And the referee immediately reached for his pocket. But referees the world over, if you look at the new IFAB rules, if you look at what's happening in the Premier League, if you look at what's happening in the Bundesliga, even in MLS, referees are cracking down this season on dissent. You're going to see more cards coming out for the verbals in an attempt to speed up the game and develop respect for the referee.
Ballard tried to cross it. That ball played away. This 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. DMC, proud to be the official healthcare provider for Detroit City FC. Michael Bryant looking for a target. He'll throw it inside the 18. Flicked into the middle. O'Neal Fisher will touch it up. Stephen Carroll won the battle, but Detroit City FC couldn't keep the possession.
It's a good job by Steinwasser to be up at the top of his area, kind of playing that sweeper keeper, direct the ball back forward and not allow Memphis to expand the field, keep things compressed.
That was a good outlet pass too, all the way down the pitch looking for Reese Williams, and Steinwasser would probably be upset if the commentators didn't remind the people he does have 1 assist this year.
He does.
He wants you to know that.
And his assist bonus to go with it.
Right.
He was quick to point that out to Trevor James.
Probably cares more about that assist than being 5th in the league in clean sheets and 4th in saves.
And one of the best keepers in American soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got an assist.
Jeremy Kelly mixing up with Michael Bryant. Michael Bryant down, grabbing at his left shoulder. He's in some pain right now, and that is not a good sign for Detroit City FC.
No, they're already a little thin on the injury front. They've got a bunch of guys coming back to fitness that are kind of going through late season knocks. So
really,
have
John,
an injury this early.
If you look at it by trade, as far as the defender trade goes, Jalen Robinson, the name that's available on the bench, and again, like natural position, that's about it.
You could always go to a back three, but I don't know that they necessarily want to go to the back three against this Memphis side. That would really allow more space for the DeCostas of the world to kind of worm their way back in.
Michael Bryant walking slowly, being tended to by Maureen Lilla, the athletic trainer for Detroit City FC.
And grabbing the shoulder.
Bryant taking some time right now. In the meantime, Akeem Ward will throw it in. Ward got his first professional goal ever against Memphis 901 when he spent some time with North Carolina FC in 2020. Luis Fernando looking to make a turn, and instead he had it taken away. Devin Amu-Mensah will get things restarted. Amu-Mensah started 19 matches last year for Detroit City before the unfortunate torn ACL. But John, make no mistake, Amu-Mensah is back.
He has been key to Detroit City getting out of the cellar of the Eastern Conference and into a playoff spot with a lot of cards in their hand to play. He's steady play. He's been the companion that Stephen Carroll has needed back there to play with a really cool head. And that's been part of the resurgence of this club this year.
cross into the 9th minute. No score here early on, still in the feeling out process for both sides. Memphis 901 had a corner early on. They were dangerous on it. Drew Romig, the starting keeper for Memphis.
Oh, that's a heck of a play.
Stephen Carroll steps up to play it away, and Steinwasser has it.
Well, Carroll steps up to play it away, but Michael Bryant as well.
And remember, for Memphis, Bill Hamid left the club back on August 18th. So that changed some things for Memphis at the goalkeeper spot.
Anytime you lose a player of his caliber, you're going to have to make some changes. They've been able to find some decent consistency. As you saw in our open, in the percentage to make the playoffs, they're at around 99%. You're doing really well.
As the great urban philosopher Jay-Z would say, 99 problems, but missing the playoffs probably won't be one.
I love it.
Memphis now on the attack.
That's why you're the best in the business, my friend.
Da Costa. He's one of the better in the business at putting the ball in the back of the net. Facilitates, now it's Jeremy Kelly.
Look at the
That
shape
ball.
of the City back line, the back four right now. Really not allowing Da Costa to do what he likes to do, which is split the center backs and running behind. A lot of cover there.
O'Neal Fisher is down right now after some contact. So here in the 11th minute, John, Maureen Lilla's been one of the busiest on the pitch for Detroit City FC, and you never like that.
Not a great start. 2 injuries and a yellow card for Detroit City FC. Let's have a look here at what happened to O'Neal Fisher. You know what? Probably hip to hip there, and if you get it right, you can go bone to bone, and that just doesn't feel good. Got clipped a little bit there.
You mean if you get it wrong? Because
Yeah.
that's the way you don't want it to happen.
That's true.
This portion of the broadcast presented by University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible world-class education. Find the right program at umflint.edu. Ball pinged across the pitch, beautifully set up. Michael Bryant, though, with the header back to Steinwasser. That was beautiful soccer all the way around.
Wasn't the end. The header back to Steinwasser is so key. If you play it back with the feet, he's got to rush, can't touch it. The presence of mind to head that away and allow Steinwasser to use the hands and restart play. Really a solid move.
Stephen Carroll with the touch. Slots it up to Reese Williams. His pass was cut out.
A lot of back passes in the early going from City, Neil. They really haven't been able to do what they like to do, which is establish the midfield, get things out to the wings, and have free runners.
Kelly with some space to work. There are bodies going down everywhere out there right now. Stepping over, the cross in towards Steinwasser. He is forced to make the grab off the foot of Luis Fernando.
Memphis really pinning back City defensively at the moment. They have taken the battle of midfield. And we've got another player down.
Aaron Malloy, the former Penn State great. Played for Forward Madison back in 2021, the 16th overall pick of the 2020 MLS draft by the Portland Timbers.
Some of the fans here suggesting the injury is less severe than is being made out to be.
So Malloy still down. Now he gets to his feet. He'll come off the pitch for a couple moments. Let's see what happened.
He just went down awkward. And then I think he just went down a little bit.
A little bit of a delayed reaction there from Malloy.
Let's set the scene for you, by the way, in the chase for the playoffs as it pertains to Detroit City FC, Neil. The biggest match City fans will be concerned about other than this one tonight. Indy 11 against the Miami FC right now as we head toward the half in a game that started a half hour before ours. It's still 0-0.
Jeremy Kelly will send it back across. Malloy. Fernandez tries to slot it ahead. The attempted cross by Lapa is taken away by Stephen Carroll.
You know, and that long ball by City, getting the throw in at midfield. If you can set something up and get forward, you can finally get out of your own end. Kind of decompress the pitch a little bit. Get in a position to make something happen.
Reese Williams unable to collect it. And now we have a couple of players that are a bit banged up.
And the referee asking for the trainers.
And fans, right now you can scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe to the official YouTube channel of Detroit City FC. Be the first to see player interviews, behind the scenes content, and extended match highlights. You got your phone sitting in your hand right now. Go ahead, give it the scan. And subscribe. It's 15 minutes and change into this one. John, one thing's for sure. Very physical out there today. You can tell the calendar's flipped and there's a lot on the line. Michael Bryant taking the spray right now to the shoulder.
You know, it's one of those matches in the late season where both teams have something on the line. Both teams fighting for something. And when that happens, you're going to see the physicality of a match stepped up. You know, Memphis fighting for that home playoff game. Detroit City fighting to get into the playoffs.
This 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by DTE Energy. No matter where you are on your energy efficiency journey, DTE can help. Learn more at dteenergy.com/save energy. That ball crossed over. Steinwasser will make the grab. And he pings it out, looking to outlet for O'Neal Fisher. And that was cleared out instantly. City calling for a handball, and they will get it. Lucas Turchi sent that one right back down. Turchi played for various clubs in Germany from 2018 to 2021. Signed with Memphis in March of last season. Matt Lewis going direct, looking for Ben Morris. Ball flicked over to Romig. Michael Bryant heads it ahead to Ballard. Lewis and Carroll having a bit of a kickabout right now. Carroll pings it down, looking for Reese Williams. But John, that one got up in the wind a little bit. Just to give everybody an idea, the wind's blowing about 10 miles per hour across your TV screen. Let's get you tonight's Fago Trivia question. We're going to take you back to 2013. How many losses did Detroit City FC have in the 2013 NPSL regular season? You got to be a devoted fan to know this one tonight.
This one for the OGs. Yeah. That's what that is. That even predates me.
Yep. Malloy will send it back to Romig.
A little bit of a script flip here for Detroit City FC. You see them finally starting to get forward. Don't allow the outlet to the wings. Look at the way Memphis is looking. They're not trying to go up the middle. They're looking to switch and run it up either side. Make the lateral passes. Don't allow them to go forward into the wing.
And John, this really does two things for you if you're Detroit City FC, as you talked about. It doesn't allow offensively for you to go forward. The other thing is it frustrates you. If you're Memphis and you're going side to side, you're human. At some time, you're like, this isn't working, this isn't working. It'll make you make a mistake in due time.
And a third thing, it finally gives your defenders a break. They've been playing pretty consistent defense for 15 minutes.
Matt Lewis will head it back to Steinwasser.
And the frustration kicked in there, so they went in route one and over the top. You'll take that because you trust Stephen Carroll in a route one over the top battle against almost anybody.
That ball winged out to Reese Williams beautifully. Overlapping run by Amu Mensah. Instead goes back to Rutz. Amu Mensah. Carroll drives it looking for Ballard. Instead it's Bryant. Bryant cheating forward. And that ball ruled out across the line. Bryant playing with that shoulder issue.
Nice challenge on the ball there by City. Forced the turnover and then forced the foul. That's one of those things that don't go into the box score, Neil, but that's that kind of a challenge on the ball, not allowing Memphis to get out of their own half. Those things pay dividends at the business end of a match like this.
O'Neal Fisher trying to steal every kind of real estate he can get. This 5 minutes of the match presented by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is your ticket to great Detroit City FC seats. Those fans sitting behind the Memphis goal right now are hoping they have some great seats in the next couple minutes. And there's a great look by our camera crew. O'Neal Fisher teeing it up. 20 matches played for the Jamaican national team. Had a goal against Honduras in World Cup qualifying back in 2022. Ballard instead drives it back post. Matt Lewis made a run and couldn't get on the end of it.
Decent offering. I think it rode the wind a little bit, kind of skirted out too far for its intended receiver. And with all the attention being paid to O'Neal Fisher, Ballard steps in here, and yeah, you can see it spin. And I think the wind took a little bit.
And Detroit City actually will come out of this with a corner, brought to you by Misdig 811. Know what's below and visit misdig811.org before any digging project. Service into the box, headed away. O'Neal Fisher claims it and lets it rip. And the shot was blocked, and a possible counter here for Memphis is taken away by Ballard. Ballard called for that foul.
And he earned it.
Leston Paul went down. Talking about international players, Leston Paul, 30 matches played for the Trinidad and Tobago national team, including the 2018 World Cup qualifiers.
Leston Paul with a feather in his cap. He was part of that Trinidad and Tobago team that put the United States out of the 2018 World Cup by getting the result on the final day of qualifying in what was the final match of a dismal World Cup qualifying campaign for the United States men's national team. Went down to Port-au-Prince.
That was a grim day for USA Soccer.
It was a very grim day for U.S. Soccer. That TNT side brought it.
Problem with that one, you wasted one of Pulisic's kicks, you know. Morris, it's 3v2. O'Neal Fisher's cross cut out. And it'll be another corner for Detroit City FC. Brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below and visit mistig811.org before any digging project. And right now, Detroit City FC digging what's going on.
Morris, a nice leave, and I think O'Neal Fisher wanted to send it back to him. But a nice coverage there by Memphis to deny the opportunity and concede the corner.
So Ballard will walk over.
This is where you miss a Maxi Rodriguez. Ballard is decent on set pieces.
Ballard sent it in, and it's just wide of the frame.
That was a decent delivery by Ballard. For me talking about how much they miss Maxi Rodriguez, they'll take that all day. Spinning ball right there on frame, unmarked. Just couldn't put it on frame. Put it too low on the forehead. Neil kind of got it down around the eyebrows and tough to control.
Camera crew gave us a good look too. I believe that ball moved on Ballard right before he sent the corner across and still put a quality ball in. It's hard enough to do it when it's sitting still.
Kind of like a place kicker having the plant leg slip a little bit.
Right.
By the way, they are at the half in the Indy-Miami game. They are still scoreless. So the dream scenario is still alive for Detroit City. What they would love tonight is to get a win and see those two teams draw, pick up a pair of points on both of them.
Michael Bryant looking to toss it in. Played his MPSL soccer. Did Michael Bryant for Orange County FC. He's a captain that went to the 4th round of the US Open Cup against the LA Galaxy. That ball's across the line. This portion of tonight's broadcast presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers. Your Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers proud to be the premier sponsor of Detroit City FC. '27th minute, no score. But John, Detroit City FC has flipped the script a little bit here over the course of the last 10 minutes. They've been the aggressor.
Much better in midfield. Players getting forward and forcing Memphis back. Credit to Memphis, they owned the first 20 minutes of this match. But the last 6 have been decidedly different. DCFC forcing Memphis back.
Rutz touches it down. Gasso, the DCFC Academy product, stepping up here in the. I mean, let's just call it what it is, John. As of right now, it's the biggest match of the season. And then guess what? Next week is the biggest match of the season. Then guess what? You get the picture.
Well, that's what happens in the business end of a playoff chase. You know, they all become playoff games. There are a number of playoff games to get to the playoff games. This playoff chase.
And that whistle will go against Detroit City. A quick restart, however, by Memphis. Trying to catch Detroit City FC flat-footed. Great build up through the middle. That ball sent out into space. And Amu Mensah tracks it down and plays it away right in front of Aiden McFadden.
Looked like a ho-hum play. It was anything but.
Michael Bryant steps through. And that whistle will go against Malloy, and Malloy doesn't like it. Stephen Carroll didn't get a booking. He doesn't like it. The moral of the story, nobody's happy right now. And fans tonight, Metro Detroit Chevy Dealer Youth Team of the Match is Detroit City FC North 2011 boys. They're coached by Leo Dinzes and Brandon Hines. The team kicked off the season last weekend with a tournament chip at the Spirit of Saginaw Invite. This was the first time these boys had played together and the first time they played on an 11v11 field. Congratulations to a fantastic start to the season. All right, John, we're just about a half hour into this one. Give us your 30-minute assessment.
Really, it's 2 15 minutes. If I were going on the first 15 minutes of the match, I would give Memphis a solid B+, A-, everything but the goal, and Detroit City a D for not being able to get out of their own half. The last 8 or 9 minutes, Detroit City a solid B+, Memphis forced back to about a C. And all of that comes from who controls midfield and who's been the aggressor.
Oh, and Gasso taken down aggressively by Lapa, and this will be a booking. Bruno Lapa, the former Wake Forest Demon Deacon, the ACC Midfielder of the Year and a first-team All-American. Upset with that call, but you be the referee.
I agree with the referee. I don't have to be the referee. The referee was the referee.
Lapa came over to Memphis from Birmingham. 67 matches played with 17 goals. That fits in any lineup.
You know, you take a look, and I feel like it's a broken record with us, partner. Every time you and I prep for an opponent, you just see how deep the sides in USL Championship are. You take a look at Memphis's roster, an Atlanta United product, a Colorado Rapids product, who was drafted by Montreal, Trinidad and Tobago national team members, veteran USL Championship players with 3, 4, 5, 6 years of service in the league. Just a deep Memphis roster that Detroit City have to contend with.
That certainly, no doubt, is a product of Stephen Glass in his first season as head coach for Memphis 901. Joined Atlanta United in 2018 as the academy coach, and then took over as Atlanta United's first team as an interim head coach during the summer of 2020. Most recently served as a manager for the Aberdeen FC side of the Scottish Premiership.
Let me tell you, that league is no joke.
Yep.
A lot of people think of the Scottish Premiership as a two-team league with Celtic and Rangers, and you look at the rest. But if you take the two of them out of the equation, the fight of the rest of the teams in that division is intense. And it's really solid football. By the way, a Scottish Premiership match is available the same place you're watching this match. Some of you tonight, ESPN Plus.
Romig will control it. Played his college soccer at North Carolina. Ballard right now hassling Akeem Ward.
That trio of DCFC players shutting down passing lanes. Watch the positioning when Memphis tries to play the ball on this wing. They're not marking men, they're marking passing lanes. That's what you need to do against a team like Memphis.
Every possession right now for Memphis looks the same, John. They try the left wing. It gets cut off. They send it back. They go back towards the right side. It gets cut off. They go back to the middle.
And that is all about DCFC's A, aggressiveness, and B, really good read of what Memphis is trying to do. And you don't have to shut down the intended receiver of the pass. If you cut off the passing lane, no good things can happen. DCFC is daring Memphis to go over the top.
Ward will toss this one in.
That's just a veteran move by Reese Williams to be in a position where it ended up forcing to throw. DaCosta is cutting a very frustrated figure right now on the pitch, on that island between the two center backs for Memphis. And perhaps this is part of the reason he's been off the score sheet for so long. He hasn't been fed in since about the 15th minute.
Matt Lewis pings one ahead, looking for Ben Morris. Morris on the move, try to step through it. It's deflected away. The fans want a handball as well.
Oh, I'm gonna want to look. They
Just
might have a
wide
beef.
of the frame.
Let's have a look here. I can't tell enough on that look. No, I don't think there's hands.
This would be another Mystig811.org corner. Know what's below. Visit Mystig811.org before any digging project. Corner served in, headed down, and in the back of the net. Devin Amu-Mensah, 1-0 City.
Listen to Keyworth Stadium explode. A perfect delivery. Amu-Mensah gets free of his marker. Ballard dropped it on a dime, and Amu-Mensah just flat rose, fired, and scored. Absolutely beat his man off the mark. The man marking him never got up to try and challenge. And what is most important about that, he went up and over top of the defender without using the arms. That would have been an easy foul to call. Kept the lower half of the body vertical and without fouling. And Devin Amu-Mensah, on a brilliant set piece, gives City the lead they need to press this game.
That goal was brought to you by Salim Dental. Salim Dental, family and implant dentistry. Amu-Mensah will cross it in. Ballard was in the neighborhood. Michael Bryant sends it back. Boy, I'll tell you what, John, after that goal, sometimes you see sides that will kind of sit back and ride the wave. DCFC, even after that goal, shot out of a cannon.
No, they want to. They are not in the mood to sit around and hold on and possibly surrender a late equalizer. And there is Memphis, so frustrated. Finally, they go over the top to DaCosta.
Fernandez being chased back to the corner by two defenders. And that whistle will go against Luis Fernando. Michael Bryant working right now, already nursing a bit of an injured shoulder from Merton. There you see him grabbing it once again. He's gone to the spray a couple of times.
You know what, though? He's gritting it out, and that is vital tonight. By this point in the season, you're going to have a lot of people playing hurt.
This 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by Strategic Staffing Solutions, people-powered, customer-centered, community champions. Stephen Carroll stepped up to take it away.
Ooh.
And Stephen Carroll will go in the books.
And I think that's another booking for dissent. You can't do that. You can't give away your yellow like that. Because it certainly wasn't a yellow card for the foul.
Let's see how it all shook down.
Oh, I see
I
why
believe
Steven's
the foul was
upset.
on Gasso. Oh, did Gasso get the card? We'll wait word on that. So Gasso, my only guess would be an accumulation situation.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
So the card is officially Gasso instead.
Correct.
All right, then that, if it's for accumulation, that makes a little more sense than Steven, the captain, who is entitled to speak to the referee.
Malloy drives it up towards the box, and Steinwasser makes the grab. So yes, that is official. Gasso with the card.
All right, I feel a little better about that than Stephen Carroll taking a card for dissent.
The Northern Guard right now with the chant, Nate Steinwasser, death taxes. They all seem to go together, don't they?
Especially because he's an accountant. So he's got 2 of the 3 down.
Turchi played it off of Morris and over the line. The throw-in's pinned in the corner. O'Neal Fisher takes that one away. And back to Steinwasser it goes. 41st minute, Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Happy to have you along. Devin Amumensa off corner service from Ballard a few moments ago. That accounts for the score line. That foul called against Detroit City. This 5 minutes of the match presented by Ally, proud to be the official financial services partner of DCFC. Learn more at ally.com. Hakeem Ward spins away. Kelly in some space. Graham Smith with the touch. Kelly through the middle. Turchi. Slots it ahead. Beautiful pass up ahead for Kelly. Kelly towards the top of the D. And instead, O'Neal Fisher will take the possession. Fisher trying to step through. Fisher goes down and gets the whistle.
This match continues to get chippy, my friend. And I think it's going to get chippier as we go on.
Bryant sent it ahead for Morris very quickly. Amumensa, the goal scorer. Stephen Carroll.
DCFC's fullbacks playing a much more forward role now in the last 15 minutes. And it's, I think, part of what has contributed to their aggressiveness and the flip in the dominance of play. First 25 minutes, they were right back there in a back four alongside the 2 center backs. They've moved much further into advanced roles.
Ballard closes hard on Kelly. Kelly tried to throw it up ahead in some space to Fernando, and he couldn't keep control of it. And that goes out for a goal kick. And John, I'll tell you this, a little subtle difference that I've picked up maybe from what we saw in the first 15 minutes of the match. We've certainly seen it with Amumensa, and low-key you've seen it with Michael Bryant as well, almost playing a de facto wing position where they will punch up in the offensive attack.
And that's what Trevor James would want them to do. They're a back four if they need to be, but anytime his fullbacks can get forward, the fullbacks getting forward really are central to, if they can get space on the wings, if they have the opportunity to free up the midfielders to be more forward, to set up Ben Morris.
Fernando the target. Can he catch up to that one? He almost did. Luis Fernando showing some great pace. The Brazilian that was originally signed by Atlanta United 2 back in 2019 was the first Atlanta United 2 player to be called to Atlanta United. He's got 5 goals on the season. Malloy through the middle. Inching up towards stoppage time. Gasso takes it away. Fisher with some room. Fisher spins back. Gasso just not quite enough mustard on the hot dog to get it back to Ballard, but then Bryant takes it away.
And City immediately with a switch going up the other side.
Quick throw into Graham Smith, and we are into stoppage time. There will be 4 minutes of extra time. O'Neal Fisher. Fisher again.
O'Neal Fisher playing a real physical game, staying in the battles, not allowing himself to get taken off the ball right now.
About 30 seconds into stoppage time. Stoppage time brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. Fisher again on the wing. Bryant had the door closed. Ball chipped up ahead for Fisher. Boy, he was battling with Akeem Ward. Fisher lost his shoe, as a matter of fact. He's got to put that back on and get back up into play. Romig played it up ahead. Here's Turchi with it. Kelly slots it ahead. Matt Lewis plays it away. Now some pressure from City. Can they get away with it? Connor Rutz able to keep it, and then he was fouled. Good work by Connor Rutz right at the midfield line.
You know, and good work by the official. I think he was waiting there for a second to see if advantage could come out of that. Once none materialized, quick on the whistle and gives City the free kick, rightfully for the foul.
Driven towards the corner. Can Ballard come down with it? No, because it was played away and it's out for a throw. And John, right around the 20-25 minute mark, Detroit City FC flipped a switch here tonight.
Yeah, this half is a tale of 2 halves. The first belonged entirely to Memphis, and they were the class of the pitch. And then Detroit City FC got aggressive, and they have knocked Memphis off their game for the last 20 minutes.
That ball flicked across. Amu Mensah, Gasso, Stephen Carroll pings it to Rutz. Rutz steps outside, and his cross was played away for a corner. And this will be brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below and visit mistig811.org before any digging project.
You know, Connor Rutz has been more involved tonight. More involved than we've seen him in a couple of matches. And that has really also, I think, sparked the City attack.
Coming up towards 100 USL Championship matches played. Corner sent in, headed away. Ballard working 1v1, finds Gasso. Fisher dropping back on the back line, curls one. Romig off the line, makes a diving grab.
And he had to get there.
It was all or nothing.
There was a charging runner to the back post. And if he doesn't get there, it might be 2-0.
And that is the whistle to end the first half. A very good first half for the home side, Detroit City FC, as they will take a 1-0 lead to the locker room.
A deserved lead based on the last 25 minutes, Neil Rule. Now City need to both hold on to it defensively, but press forward and try to get put this thing to bed.
So we will kick off our halftime festivities. Halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. 1-0, City with the lead. We'll be back with more USL Championship soccer.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn.
I'll sing for you, City. Drink some Stroh's, alright. It's gonna be a party in Detroit. No one's sleeping tonight.
Now we're talking Detroit, and Stroh's is spoken here.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
So you should see the report in your inboxes in just 1 second.
This is what should have happened. At least 3 days before starting his project, Bob should have called 811 or went to missdig811.org to have his local utility providers locate and mark the location of buried lines in his yard. Dig safely.
Okay, so you should see your report in your inboxes now.
Call Miss Dig 811.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
It's electric in here. This is one of the best atmospheres in American soccer, pound for pound. And here comes City, an opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. Welcome back to Keyworth Stadium. 1-0, Detroit City has the lead here at halftime, presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. LaRouge coming off a huge 3-2 road win in Birmingham. Let's take a look at how it all shook down.
Hello from Birmingham, Alabama, and off in the distance near Uptown Protective Stadium. Our host for this afternoon's contest, featuring Birmingham Legion FC hosting Detroit City FC. Patient but pushing numbers forward. Crinali, Enzo Martinez on the turn. Martinez went to ground. Penalty given. Nico Brett's 2 for 2. Make it 3 for 3. Williams got the cross all the way across, and it's in. Ben Morris finds the back of the net. What an instant response for Detroit. The long ball reaches Stephen Nwegbo. Nwegbo Trying to shield off Bryant, got hit hard, that's a penalty. Referee points to the spot for the second time in 8 minutes. Birmingham Legion back in front 2-1. It's a big giveaway. Van Okel off his line, can't do anything about that. Ben Morris has his second. 2-2 and a goal-filled first half here at Protective Stadium. Another chance for Detroit City to push forward, almost straight from the kickoff. Along the byline, and it's tapped in. An own goal off the boot of Fonwell Kavita, and Detroit City have their third. What a wild first half this has been. Gets it back, plenty of space. Namu Mensah along the end line. Got the service into the mix, and that Van Okel somehow able to hold on. Nwegbo centers it. Martinez off the woodwork. Detroit City come on the road and score 3 for just the third time this year to take out Birmingham Legion 3-2.
It's electric in here. This is one of the best atmospheres in American soccer, pound for pound. And here comes City, an opportunity, and it's in the back of the net.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There we go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work. Oh.
Welcome back to halftime here at Keyworth. Brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Business booming over in the food court at Keyworth, as it always is here on Labor Day weekend. Let's get you caught up with the scores from around the USL Championship, because that's what everybody has their eyes on, certainly around here. Lock right into the big one. Indy 11, Miami FC. It's 0-0 in the 63rd minute. Detroit City FC fans would like to see 27 more minutes tick away.
You know what? And that one is huge because it helps Detroit City on two fronts. If they can get the win tonight and Miami and Indy draw, they'll have a 3-point lead heading into a meeting with Miami next week. You can take a hammerlock on the playoff spots. The rest of USL as well, up and popping. Later on tonight,
That's, as I like to call it, John Krieger, USL Soccer After Dark.
And After Dark's going to be a lot of fun. Charleston Battery and New Mexico United going to be one that I'm going to tune into the second half of when I get home. And also, you know, Las Vegas Lights, sneaky team this season. Detroit City got the much-needed win against them here at Keyworth, but they've really come into their own. They need 3 points against Orange County.
So a busy slate of USL Championship soccer into the late night, as we just talked about. But right here, 1-0, Detroit City FC with the lead. Everybody's dancing right now, and they want to see if Detroit City FC can hold on to this one. It's halftime here at Keyworth, brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. We'll be back with the second half of action. This is USL Championship Soccer.
Brilliant Detroit's mission is to help create kid success neighborhoods where all the kids and the families have what they need to be healthy, getting education and family support. We do that by getting houses in the middle of the neighborhood that we repurpose to really serve as a central hub. We are currently nestled in neighborhoods in Detroit. We are represented in every district, and our goal is to have 24 in the next 4 years.
Literacy is a gateway from poverty, and we want our children to be well-versed as well as well-prepared.
We want to make sure that kids are ready for kindergarten and they're reading at grade level by 3rd grade. The statistics are clear, right? You're learning to read up to 3rd grade, you're reading to learn after that. If you do not know how to read or read well, you're going to be behind.
All this stuff has really just been great for a dad to be able to go to a program, get this help academically.
So when we go home, we won't have to feel ashamed that we can't help our kids with a homework package, because at the same time, as they're growing, we're growing too.
And what we really want to do is accomplish what I would call population level growth. So grow enough where we can fundamentally change the statistics.
I am American Home Fitness.
I'm American Home Fitness.
I am American Home Fitness.
We are American Home Fitness.
Come to any American Home Fitness location for the hottest deals on the latest fitness equipment and accessories. American Home Fitness, Michigan's home for fitness and the official fitness equipment provider of the Detroit City Football Club.
1-0 Detroit City FC with the lead here at halftime, brought to you by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. And John, as we take a look at the highlights from the first half of action, you said it earlier, I thought it was a very, very astute observation. It was a tale of two halves in the first half, if you can follow the math.
And here is the math. On 13 minutes, very quickly into the area, Memphis testing Nate Steinwasser. Walk over into the area. Nice job by Amu Mensah to shut off the shooting lane, but Nate Steinwasser up to the task. Then in the 24th minute, it was DCFC coming to life. A great service into the box on a corner and just missing the frame. Detroit City trying to take a 1-0 lead. On 36 minutes, they would do just that. Another great delivery by Ballard, and look at the form from Devin Amu Mensah to rise legally, just beat his man off the mark, and hammer it home on the set piece for the game's only goal. The stats at halftime, indicative of how this match has gone. Detroit City FC behind in possession, mostly because they didn't have much of it at all in the first 20 minutes, but they've rebounded to get near the 50-50 mark. They've had 4 shots, only 1 on target, but it's all they've needed. The one thing you're going to watch in the second half, 2 players on yellows need to play physically without being reckless to make sure 11 stay on the pitch.
And as always, our halftime match stats brought to you by Cintron. Drink it, live it with Cintron. So we're just about ready to rock for the second half of play. And John, one of the keys for Detroit City FC, I think, in this second half, and we made mention of it, after they got the goal from Amu Mensah, immediately they were still shot out of a cannon for the rest of that first half. This will be a situation, I think, for Memphis. They will have to take that to Detroit City. They will have to change roles. They will have to be the aggressor.
And Detroit City can't let them. They have to start being the aggressor and force Memphis back, because Memphis is a solid club that if you give them 60% of the ball and sit back in a back four with 3 in front of it and dare them to come at you, they will come at you. And so the better option, at least for the first 25 minutes of the second half, is to go out and try to get a second as opposed to hanging on to your first. That's the way. The best defense is a good offense for Detroit City FC. For Memphis, you're right. You do have to try and get something going forward. The back passes that plagued you in the latter half of the first half can't continue because it allows City to shut off the passing lanes and not give you the space on the wings you need to succeed.
So we are ready to go for the second half. Detroit City FC will have the possession. The whistle sounds, and away we go here at Keyworth. Neil Rule, John Krieger with you. Buckle up, everybody. Huge 45 minutes coming up now.
And Neil, we begin the second half with a score update from the Indy 11 Miami match. Indy 11 have taken the lead 1-0 on a goal in the 71st minute, it appears. 72nd minute. So a win there would help Indy try to consolidate their place mid-table. And it would give City an extra advantage over the Miami FC going into the team's matchup next week at Keyworth.
Steinwasser comes off the line to make the grab. Had to be alert. Less than a minute in. Mapa was dangerous.
Nice one touch by DaCosta trying to feed it in.
Boy, there was just a little too much mustard on the hot dog there.
He was trying to chip it over a diving Steinwasser and it ran a little bit on him.
First 5 minutes of the second half presented by American Home Fitness. Train like a champion with equipment from American Home Fitness. Here's Connor Rutz up the right side.
That's a really solid run from Rutz.
And he still has it. And he crosses it. The cross is cut out. Bodies flying around. O'Neal Fisher goes down and he will pick up the foul.
Both teams with a foray into the opposing attacking third here in the first 2 minutes.
Aaron Malloy. Very solid season for Malloy. 2 goals, 6 assists. With a former Penn State great. Connor Rutz sends it back. Stephen Carroll, the captain. Longest tenured captain in Detroit professional sports. It's an amazing, every time I say that stat, it's amazing.
You know, what is even more amazing to me is the fact that every level this team has played at, he's grown with. The amateur side in NPSL, captain. The side in NISA, captain. The side here in USL Championship, and he has risen his level of play at every level to be a stalwart at every level and earn that captain's armband.
Big golf enthusiast too. Saw him locally at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, the PGA Tour event that takes place here in Detroit. Reese Williams, his cross, nobody on the other side for City. Boy, Reese Williams created something out of nothing very quickly.
This is exactly what you want to see from Detroit City FC. Keep your foot on the gas. At least for the next 22 minutes. About 70 minutes, you see what happens. By the way, if results hold at the live table in the USL Championship Eastern Conference, with a win today, and albeit Lou City and and Memphis will have games in hand, 2 of them. But Indy 11, with a win, if they hold on against the Miami FC, will move into the 4th spot. And a year after being one of the doormats of the division, they could be in line to host a playoff game. How about that resurgence?
You don't hear a lot of discussion about them either. Like,
no,
just in terms of the national stuff, nobody's really giving them any credit or anything like that. And all they've done, and they were middling for a bit, but they've really turned it on over the last 6 to 8 weeks.
They are gelling, and they're hot at the right time. It's going to be a fun chase for the playoffs here, Neil. And, you know, all you can ask for as a fan base is to be able to have conversations like this one, where as part of this broadcast, where you have Detroit and Memphis fans watching, your scoreboard watching other matches because you're either fighting for a home playoff game or you're fighting for a playoff spot. This is when the dog days of summer in August get fun.
No question. Talking with Michael Bryant walking into the stadium today, we were talking about that. We're going to have some dog days here in the Detroit area. That ball taken away. Gasso, temperature's going to be in the 90s for the next 5 to 6 days. And that takedown from behind by Leston Paul is called. And this will be a dangerous setup now for Detroit City FC.
Probably be Ballard over it again, and the way he's delivered set pieces tonight, I would take that odds. Extended the arm a little bit.
Now we're getting some extracurriculars.
What?
O'Neal Fisher.
I don't understand what O'Neal's hot about. You have the free kick.
I believe Fisher saying he was stepped on. I think he wanted more than just this foul call. And the official wants soccer. O'Neal Fisher's got to be careful right now.
Well, and the other thing is Memphis is not allowing the 10 yards on the free kick. He's got to go over and deal with that. And the referee is giving the universal signal for I'm done hearing about this. Now he's got to go over and enforce the free kick location.
Well, the good news is it does give me time to tell you that this 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by the all-new Detroit City FC app. Download it now for app-exclusive video content, man of the match, voting, and more. Maybe O'Neal Fisher's just being cognizant of the flow of the broadcast.
He's trying to give you a chance to get in one of our valuable reads.
O'Neal, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
He knows where the bread is buttered.
Richard Ballard and Fisher lining things up.
Forget about impressing the gaffer. Make sure our producer is happy.
Ballard chips it up. Rutz tried to flick it forward, could not. Gasso will track back. Reese Williams played it back to Steinwasser. And Stephen Carroll tracks back and takes it away. And Ballard got a shove from Fernando. And the boys are going at it right now out there on the pitch. Bottom line. Ballard tries to spin, and Ballard called for the foul. Quick restart by Memphis. McFadden standing down here in some open space, and now they find him. McFadden goes direct, and Matt Lewis will vacate the zone. Kelly steps up with it. McFadden Fernando. Paul gets it back. McFadden crosses it in, and it's headed over top. Boy, that was a beautiful ball that was fizzed in by McFadden. And Detroit City FC dodged one.
It only popped over top the goal because it went over top of the head. Anytime you have a run like this, you want to catch the ball square on the forehead and drive it down. Watch the service in. And there it is, it got his head too low, anticipating the drop of the ball. Just put it off the top of the crown, and that'll be a can of corn all day.
Papa, dangerous.
It's moments like that, though, that go back to my point at halftime about going to get a second instead of trying to hang on to the first. They have the ability, does Memphis, to move very quickly.
And John, it looks like we're going to have our first chess piece moved out there on the pitch. Maxi Rodriguez set to come in. I believe he'll probably replace O'Neal Fisher.
Either Fisher or maybe Gasso, who's on a yellow.
Steinwasser drives it out. Matt Lewis looking for Fisher. That ball booted out of Keyworth Stadium. But that will allow for the substitution. And this substitution brought to you by CVY. CVY, wear it, feel it, play it, luxury performance wear.
So in comes Maxi. And it is O'Neal Fisher.
So Fisher comes off, Maxi Rodriguez goes in. And Trevor James makes his first move of the evening. Cross goes out for a throw.
DCFC in no hurry to take the throw.
I was just about to say they have sucked the life out of this match right now. Ballard inside the 18. Ballard looking for some space to get a cross away. And instead it'll be a throw for City.
And you know what? Keep it down in that corner. Eat up time. Start eating up time now.
Throwing into the box, flicked across, Maxi Rodriguez had it for a moment. Amu Mensah. Stepping through, Lewis.
City keeping their foot on the gas, pinning Memphis back.
Michael Bryant, I believe, gave a fan a high five, and now he throws it inside the 18. Some contact inside the box. And Amu Mensah gives one a lash, and that will go on a play.
Never a good thing when it's closer to the corner flag than the goal. But what is, I guess, more to be worried about here is it allowed the goal kick, and see how quickly Memphis comes forward.
Yeah,
I understand
they wasted very little time.
And I understand having a lash, but you were doing a really good job of of compacting the field in the attacking end, and now you've allowed Memphis to spread things out.
Fernando. Da Costa. Paul plays it back to the middle. And that ball finds its mark. Lapa. His cross towards the back post was just over top of Fernando.
Nice job to keep it in play.
Malloy. Here's Paul in some space. Memphis has gone very wide. Service in the box again. That's headed down, and Steinwasser will make the grab, but Memphis 901 becoming very dangerous.
And that 2 minutes of possession was entirely because of the goal kick on the other end.
And fans, our friends at the Garrett J. Verberg Company have made a generous donation to the Detroit City FC Youth Program and are matching all donations up to $50,000. Scan the QR code on your screen right now to support youth soccer in the city of Detroit. And we've already seen that movement pay dividends for Detroit City. Of course, as we talked about earlier, Dominic Gasso, an Academy signing. It's just the beginning. The youth soccer movement in Detroit is fully underway. Get on board.
That's something very special to Trevor James right now. Detroit City announcing over the last couple of weeks that Trevor James would be leaving the sidelines at the end of this season. He'll become the club's sporting director, and he gets the chance now to do what he wanted to do a number of years ago with the LA Galaxy and set up an academy program and really help it to grow into first-team opportunities. And Detroit City's done that, and now they're turning over the keys to him.
Reese Williams taken down, and there will be a whistle. Graham Smith, the guilty party.
So here's Williams, beats his man. Yeah, he got him. I don't know that that would rise to the level of a booking. I think that's just a hard foul.
And a foul was not called, as a matter of fact. It will be a throw.
Wow.
So Bryant will throw it into the 18, flicked across right in front of the goal and cleared away. Ballard again. This could be a quick counter here for Memphis. McFadden on the move. Reese Williams stays with them, and Gasso takes it away, but will be called for the foul instead.
And the unlicensed referees don't like it.
That was not a popular position to take here in Keyword tonight, no doubt.
So I would bet if we looked at a replay, we would see Gasso extending his arms. That's going to catch the referee's notice. The problem was on the other end of things, you had Reese Williams taken down by a scissor kick, you know, the scissor of the legs that wasn't called.
Fernando, the cross. Settled down inside the 18. The shot, Steinwasser closes the door again.
Two screeners in front. Steinwasser had to wait to read it, got down low on a skimming, skidding shot, and shut the door.
Did he reach back to grab this one?
Well, first of all, look at the cross in and the screeners in front on that attempt. He didn't reach back, but he had to reach sideways and corral it in, and if that trickles off his hands, we're level.
Steinwasser bombs that one down the pitch. He's looking for another assist. And Ben Morris into the 18. And Romick came off the line.
Flag was up anyway, so it would not have counted.
Kelly makes the turn. Memphis looking to go on the attack again. Lapa in space. McFadden. City conceding space.
You know, the script has flipped a little bit ever since that Amu Mensah lash that gave Memphis the goal kick that allowed them to spread things out. They've had more time on the ball.
Da Costa tried to step through, and the whistle goes against Amu Mensah. And a very dangerous free kick coming up for Memphis.
Yeah, that's foul. No argument.
Biggest moment in the match so far. Aaron Malloy, Rodrigo Da Costa. Da Costa 9 goals on the season. Malloy has a pair as well. Nate Steinwasser's risen to every challenge so far here tonight. And I just got a feeling, John, that number 10's taking this no matter what.
No action.
Let's see. Da Costa runs up, drives it, deflected. Steinwasser makes the grab.
The punch and the catch, and that's a nominee for our save of the match. He's had a couple good ones tonight. Took the heat off it with the punch, and then got the grab. The
Nate
double save.
Steinwasser, man.
He's been a blessing to watch if you're a City fan.
Another one of those players doesn't really get the run nationally across the league that he deserves. And what does he do every night? He punches in, and he keeps you off the scoreboard for the most part.
You know, I'm going to give credit where credit is due to Nick Murray, who runs the USL Championship website.
Fans, real quick, let's get your Fago trivia answer. The answer is 0. Detroit City FC only dropped points once in the 2013 regular season as Romig lost it. Morris inside the 18. Back heeled. Matt Lewis. And now City on the attack. Michael Bryant. He crosses it in. It's headed away. Amu Mensah. City flipping the script back. Amu Mensah a little heavy on the touch, and the ball's cleared out. Now let's get back to what I was telling you before. Tonight's Fago trivia answer is 0. DCFC only dropped points once in the 2013 regular season, fighting to a tough 1-1 draw. On the road at AFC Cleveland, the Rouge would fall to the Erie Admirals in the Great Lakes Final after future Detroit City player Danny Deacon scored the opening goal for Erie at Cas Tech. Throw in into the box, that was headed away. And that whistle will go against Detroit City.
As I was saying before the world went hot for a minute, I'll give credit to Nick Murray, who runs the USL Championship website. He's been singing Steinwasser's praises, but nobody else across the coverage of the league seems to notice the goalkeeping that's done by Steinwasser here in Detroit. And he's made a couple of great saves tonight.
Well, usually the resume is as impressive as anyone's, man. I mean, this isn't. There's no room for opinion.
No.
I mean, this is fact. Memphis 901 with the throw. This 5 minutes of the broadcast brought to you by Boab Fair. ball pinged ahead. McFadden making a strong run, but Amu Mensah got there first. Cleared it away.
Interesting of note in that Indy-Miami game, Paco Craig from Miami has been shown a red card. Unless that is rescinded, he will not be available to face City next week.
That certainly is newsworthy. Ballard will send it back. And that's an unforced error by Detroit City. Da Costa touches it up towards the corner. And Michael Bryant and Nate Steinwasser will co-shepherd that one over the line. So we are into the 71st minute after Steinwasser puts this one into play. And just on cue, you see the chess pieces starting to move for Stephen Glass and Memphis 901. They have a couple of bodies available to them. Rashawn Dolly will come in. He's got 3 goals on the season. He'll be available at the next stoppage, which happens to be right now. Looks like Bruno Lapa will come off. So Dolly, the 49th overall pick by FC Cincinnati in the 2019 MLS draft. Just under 100 matches played in USL Championship. And his job, John, looks to be very clear. Do exactly that. As he takes it away.
Get the ball.
Dolly slots it over. Crossed over. Some space. The shot! And we are level at 1. Luis Fernando had all kinds of time and all kinds of room, and he didn't miss.
The substitution paying immediate dividends, attracting defenders. City really at 6s and 7s defensively. And Nate Steinwasser not happy. I think he thinks there might have been either an offside or a foul in the buildup. There's the play through. And Steinwasser, there were 2 City players there that could have blocked it. Neither one of them could get a piece of the ball, and Steinwasser couldn't get over.
He was in a no-win situation there. Fernando had the angle, had the time. That's the 6th goal of the season for Luis Fernando.
They've gone final, and Indy 11 has the win, so Miami does not pick up points.
But John, just as important, no matter what happens, they will not lose points to Miami, who is behind them.
That is very important for Detroit City heading into next week. The live table as it stands, Miami on 29, City on 31.
Maxi Rodriguez turns with it. Michael Bryant tried to just feather it up to Reese Williams, could not. And the flag is up. This 5 minutes of the broadcast presented by Salim Dental, the official dentist of Detroit City Football Club. Ballard tracks it down. He's been dangerous at times here tonight. Gasso turns it over. Dowley making a run. Looked like he ran himself into an offside spot, recovered. His cross goes all the way through. Boy, Dowley right now has turned this match on its head.
He has absolutely changed things. The speed, the pace, difficult for Detroit City to keep up with right now. He's an extra option on the counter. Be interesting to see when and if Trevor James makes another substitution. You have some names on the bench, but some of them dealing with coming back to full fitness. Dario Suarez an option if you want to chase it.
Memphis again, that shot redirected wide of the frame by Jeremy Kelly. But the pendulum has swung a couple of times in this match, and right now, John, it has swung towards Memphis 901.
They have come to life, and they are playing really good soccer the last 5 minutes. Quick, one-touch passes, moving the ball side to side, but forward as well. City didn't take advantage and get a second when they had the run of play.
'76th minute, we are level at 1. Neil Rule, John Krieger with you here at historic Keyworth Stadium. Labor Day weekend. Jam-packed crowd as it always is here at Keyworth. Everybody on edge. And here comes an opportunity. Reese Williams in! And the shot goes wide.
But was it deflected? No, it was not.
Check that, I believe that was actually Ben Morris that was on the move. And it was. Just sent it wide of that near post. Skage Simonson getting loose for City. Maxi Rodriguez won that header. Now Reese Williams trying to gather the possession. Skage Simonson will come in next. So I'm told Richard Ballard will come out. Skage Simonson will come on in just a moment. Maxi Rodriguez lost it on the turn. Paul steps through. Paul sends it out into space, some room. That shot sent over top of the frame.
Steinwasser came out to challenge and may have rushed the shot a little bit.
Memphis 901, John, has turned it on in the last 15 minutes.
They have absolutely owned. Since Daly came on the pitch, they have owned this match. And that run of play has made it a fitting score that it's level right now.
Richard Ballard will get a nice hand as he comes out. And this substitution brought to you by CVY. CVY, wear it, feel it, play it. Luxury performance wear. Skage Simonson, 3 goals on the season, had the game winner against San Antonio. There's about 7,000 people would like to see him add another game winner to his resume.
This place would go absolutely stark raving bananas.
Into the 80th minute we go. Quick foul called against City. So Memphis lining things up for the restart. Sent into the 18. Ball
City on the
slotted
counter
up.
if they can catch up to it.
Paul will win the race. Romig sends it ahead.
And a foul goes against City here that, again, the unlicensed referees are not thrilled with.
Graham Smith. Ball back through the middle. There's just tons of space in the middle for Paul to operate in. Cross sent in. Cross played out. Reese Williams looking to turn with it, but there's 5 Memphis defenders back.
Oh, such a smart play by Reese. Slow it up, draw the foul, allow them to catch up. Because you were right, he didn't have the numbers. But he slowed it up, drew the foul, and now City can come forward. We promised you entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Absolutely. Maxi Rodriguez will send this one towards the 18. Drives it in. Played away temporarily. This portion of the match presented by Fort Pontchartrain Hotel in downtown Detroit. Morris. Inside the 18, his cross redirected. Maxi Rodriguez heads it down. Maxi Rodriguez gives it a lash and sends it just wide.
That's a tough angle, but Maxi's confident in his shooting ability. If you could have had a runner go with him, you might have had a tap in on the other end. That's a beautiful ball across, and Maxi with some close control on the redirection, and he just decides to have a go. And Skagate was there at the back post, but he didn't rise with it.
Whoa, that buzzed the tower, as they would say in Top Gun.
And negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
Matt Lewis plays it up. Boy, Skagate Simonson got manhandled by Graham Smith, and the whistle will go the other way. Quick restart by Memphis. More space out on the wing. Dangerous again.
That's a goal kick. Should be a goal kick.
And it will be. And Rashawn Dolly continues to be a menace for Detroit City.
His pace is electric.
Skagate Simonson taken down again. Official says play on.
If you're going to call it one way, you got to call it the other. There have been a lot of those fouls that haven't been called.
'84th minute. Simonson does win that call. Amumensa. And that whistle will go against Reese Williams. '85th minute, the screws continue to tighten. Drew Romig will come up. Tees it up to his liking. Dolly again the target. Well, it's rare, John, you see a sub come on
and make that much of an impact.
I mean, he has flipped this match. Fernando works against Gasso. Switch to the left side. In space, Malloy towards the top of the D. Malloy lets it go. That was blocked. Maxi Rodriguez tries to jump up into the play. And McFadden wings it out. Fernando tried to drive it in. Gasso knocked it down. Fernando again lost his footing.
City will be grateful for the goal kick there to relieve the pressure a little bit. You know, we've seen some of the decisions in the last few minutes, and I think it comes down to Memphis being the more aggressive team. If you're aggressive and you go in and you control play, you're going to get those decisions. And Memphis has become the more aggressive team after halftime, in the last 20 minutes since Daly came on.
Skage fights through to give it to Ben Morris. Morris gives it a lash. Maxi Rodriguez will track it down. Towards the back post, 50-50 ball, headed up and away. And this will be a corner for Detroit City FC. Corner kick brought to you by Mistig 811. Know what's below, visit Mistig811.org before any digging project. Maxi Rodriguez will trigger. Maxi Rodriguez will re-tee it. Still having conversation in the mixing bowl. There's the whistle. We continue to have more conversation. Akeem Ward, Michael Bryant. Rodriguez drives it towards the back post, and it's headed over top of the bar.
Oh, they had it there for a moment. Another decent delivery in on the corner.
Matt Lewis just getting up off the ground. And it was a total and absolute free-for-all inside the 18.
And Lewis just couldn't get the head on it the way he wanted.
We're getting down towards the end. Ball pops that one up in the air. Reese Williams threads it through nicely to Rutz. Reese Williams flies through. Rutz gives chase. And Matt Lewis will play it away from Dolly, and that's good news. He's been a one-man wrecking crew. Fernando Well, I think City let that ball go thinking it was going to be a goal kick, and instead it's a corner.
Dangerous moment. You got to be sure if you're going to let it go.
So here we go now in the 90th minute. Malloy drives it, headed away temporarily. Paul telegraphed the pass, but it still worked. Malloy again crosses it. That got all the way through. I believe that'll be a corner.
I think City's a little lucky that the dive in the middle of that corner didn't connect. Might have been an own goal. They had a player stick a foot out for the ball, and if it had popped off the City player, bad things might have happened. Steinwasser was not in position.
There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time. Brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. That ball loose in the 18. Paul's cross. Cleared away temporarily. Kelly has it. Ball swung inside the 18. Connor Rutz pings it up ahead. And John, right now, City just trying to hang on.
They'll you know what? They would take a point at this moment. Pick up a point, take a 2-point lead on the Miami FC.
Matt
and
Lewis
Tulsa
heads it back to Steinwasser.
You still put yourself in a good position where you control your fate.
Steinwasser will walk it up. He drives it up ahead. Steinwasser gets it back. About 2.5 minutes left in this one. Amu Mensah, the touch. Skage Simonson. Ben Morris feathers it through. Can Connor Rutz get there? He cannot. Romig off the line. Save the day.
Just ran a little bit on Connor Rutz.
Romig drives it down, looking to connect with Fernando. Amu Mensah plays it away. Stephen Carroll. Matt Lewis finds Nate Steinwasser. I wonder if Matt Lewis and Nate Steinwasser can finish each other's sentences when they talk. They are in lockstep.
I would bet they could.
That pass slotted up ahead. Ben Morris couldn't get enough on it. Reese Williams was a runner.
You know, he knew he didn't have the shooting lane to go out wide. He was trying to fizz it across, and he just scuffed it a little bit.
Fernando gets some separation from Gasso. Drives it towards the back post. Steinwasser let it go out. Well, he did keep it in play. Either way, result's pretty much the same.
Yep.
About 40 seconds-ish left in this one. Ball for Skage Simonson. Amu Mensah to Simonson. Tried to go through to Reese Williams. Maybe time for Memphis to make one last push if they so choose. Romig drives it, and that is the final whistle. So we will settle this one in a 1-1 draw. Detroit City FC and Memphis 901. It was a very entertaining match, John. The pendulum swung back and forth multiple times, and probably in the end, a justified result.
I think a fair result. The match was controlled at the start and finish clearly by Memphis. The middle of the match clearly belonged to Detroit City FC. 1-1, a score that fits the play. In terms of who benefits more from it, I think clearly Detroit City FC, because they picked up a point on both of the sides that they are trying to hold off for the 8th playoff spot. Memphis dropped points looking for 4th.
Let's take a look at tonight's shot of the match, brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey. And for Detroit City FC, it was Devin Amu-Mensah on the other end of the Ballard corner kick, and that gave City a 1-0 lead, but this was very clean, crispy, as the kids would say.
Amu-Mensah rising, beating his man, and not committing the foul, what made it so special.
Tonight's save of the match brought to you by Ally. We're all better off with an Ally. And Nate Steinwasser, as always, an ally for Detroit City FC.
Nate Steinwasser continues to be a player that can put this team on his back when he needs to, and the double save there outstanding.
And tonight's man of the match is Devin Amu-Mensah, presented by American Home Fitness, and he just continues to be a factor week in, week out.
Ever since his return from injury, he has been consistent, he's been professional, he's been an anchor along that back line, he's helped take some of the load off Stephen Carroll. He's a big part of this push.
We will take our final break, come back, and wrap this thing up. 1-1, Detroit City FC, Memphis 901, brought to you by DTE Energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Back here in historic Keyworth Stadium, 1-1, the final score here tonight. Devin Amu-Mensah, the man of the match. Our final score brought to you by DTE Energy. Let's check out the highlights here tonight, presented by Salim Dental. And John, as we said, back and forth we went here this evening. All in all, the fans got their money's worth.
It was an absolutely entertaining football match, and after 36 minutes where Detroit City finally found its form, our goal of the match, our shot of the match, Devin Amu-Mensah takes the Ballard delivery, rises, and scores. And so City would go into the break with the 1-0 lead after halftime. Detroit City FC kept their foot on the gas until Daly came in the 67th minute, but before this, a free kick and Nate Steinwasser, a great double save to keep City on the 1-0 lead. Then in the 72nd minute, there's that man, Daly, leaves it out wide, great ball across. Daly leaves it instead of reaching back for it. All sorts of space to shoot, and Memphis gets a deserved equalizer and held on. Both teams held on in the last 18 minutes to get the 1-1 draw. Full-time stats, both teams with 10 shots. Memphis, though, 5 on target. City's only shot on target today, the goal they scored. You need to have more than one shot on target going down the stretch as you push for the playoffs.
So a big match is what's set up for next Saturday. Miami will be in town, and it will all be on the line yet again. So that will do it from here at Keyworth tonight. For our entire crew, my broadcast partner, John Krieger, my name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time. Detroit City FC 1, Memphis 901 FC 1 is your final score. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.